Hello everyone, I hope you and your loved ones are all safe and well again this week. I'm pleased to report that we've had a great start to the new term. There's such a great atmosphere in the school and the pupils and the staff all seem to be enjoying school. Mind you, it's only been a few weeks since the term started, granted. As I noted last week, everyone to some degree or another were quite anxious about a return to the school after so long away from the building, but the new routines have really met with a huge seal of approval. I would encourage you all to watch Kevin Champion's survey results video on YouTube. Without the hard work and the dedication of all our staff, the adaptability and the resilience of our pupils and the support of our parents and carers, such a smooth transition to this new normal would not have been possible. So I'd just like to say, well done and thank you to you all. Just as we've been settling into a new routine, another guidance paper was issued by the Scottish Government for schools and local authorities. Whilst this 54-page document is similar to the one I issued to you last week, and you're probably still reading that, it does have a significant amendment, notably linked to the wearing of face coverings in schools and on school transport. Now, the detailed guidance can be found on the website for those that are interested. I also included a copy of the NHS Frequently Asked Questions and Answers paper, and I think that you'll really find that very useful. So that's attached to the parent letter, again on the website. It's important to remember that the use of face coverings is just one of the ways in which we seek to keep our pupils and our community safe from the spread of COVID. The persistent use of hand sanitisers, constant cleaning of the touch points throughout the day, the timetable change that reduces the movement across the school, and the changes to the breaks and the lunches that are limiting the mixing of the bubbles are all extra things that we've put in place. And of course, parents and other partners aren't allowed in the building, and we're using phone calls and Google Meet to make sure that again limits the potential spread of COVID. We're also reminding pupils about the importance of carrying on the good hygiene practices when they're out and about in the community. And all these are contributing to the well-being of everyone in the community. The new guidance continues to assert that face coverings should not generally be required in classrooms or in other learning and teaching environments like the gym and the football park, etc. But they do need to be worn with adults when they can't keep a 2-metre distance and they're interacting with other adults or kids for more than 15 minutes or more. The addition to this existing guidance is that face coverings should also now be worn, unless the adult or the youngster is exempt from wearing a face covering, where adults and pupils are moving about the high school in corridors and in confined communal areas such as toilets and canteen facilities. As we'd already made the decision that all our pupils in the primary and the secondary would wear a face covering in all our buses, in our ferries, in our trains, in our planes, there's no change to that for us. There are some key things for us to consider now. Face covering should not be shared with others. Before putting on and removing the face covering, our hands should be cleaned by washing with soap and water or using the hand sanitisers. We need to make sure the face covering is the right size to cover the nose, mouth and chin. When temporarily storing the face covering, for example during the class, it should be placed in a washable sealed bag or a container. We need to avoid placing it on surfaces due to the possibility of contamination. Reusable face coverings should be washed after each day of use in 60°C water or in boiling water. Disposable face coverings must be disposed of safely and hygienically, and we need to encourage our young people not to litter. Put them in the bin. Pupils may remove their face coverings when they're in the canteen areas, when they're eating, but after they've had their lunch and they're using these areas for socialising, face coverings need to be put back on. The Scottish Government's noted that everyone, including children of high school age, are likely to have face coverings by now, given that they've been a necessity across society for the last few months. However, if anyone does not have a face mask, they will be provided with a disposable one when they arrive at school, and we'll also provide them with a disposable bag on Monday, tomorrow, to start them off with the idea that they need to keep them in a bag when they're not in use. Senior pupils have been celebrating success and leading online developments. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank my senior pupil leadership team. Normally, they would be leading assemblies to their clans in the atrium each week, celebrating success across the school, keeping their peers informed of school news and raising awareness of social issues relevant to that week. As there are no assemblies permitted, our young leadership team have been asked and tasked to deliver online assemblies each week using Google Meet, the first of which was held across the school on Friday. Additionally, the school captains and the clan leaders are making short videos to promote a positive school, clan, family ethos and highlighting the support that's available to all our youngsters. I posted the first of these on our YouTube channel this morning, and they'll be advertised to parents via the school app and to pupils via our Instagram page on a regular basis. Please watch them and click the like buttons highlighting your appreciation for all their efforts. Now, for the last couple of years, many of our staff were using Google Classroom with our senior pupils, and during lockdown all the staff developed this skill and we started to use the facility for all pupils across all age groups. We're aware that over the coming months that it's likely we'll be having a notable number of pupils who will be absent from school as they are forced to self-isolate or be absent from school because they live in a household that's isolating. So to combat the potential loss of learning, all our staff are loading their lessons onto Google Classroom on an ongoing basis, and this will ensure that the children will be able to access their schoolwork when they're stuck at home. Now obviously, if a child's ill, we don't expect them to work from home. If anyone needs any support with accessing any of our online provision, then please let us know. My thanks to all our staff for this exemplary commitment to supporting our youngsters. As always, if you have any questions or you wish to contact us for any reason, then please email your child's guidance teacher or use the contact us page on the website. But please remember, use the email and give us some details as to your request or your concern. This allows the pastoral team to be better prepared to help you. Please only call our office if it's urgent, as our staff are either teaching or supporting our pupils and they can't get to the phone all the time straight away. They'll reply to you as soon as possible when they're free. Of course, call when it's urgent. I hope the weather stays fine for you this week and I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Thank you very much for your continuing support. We really all appreciate it.